To make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Now it's second and 10.
At the Texans' 46-yard line.
Throwing, Shuck. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. An audible here to get a new look. Now Shuck on fourth down. As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. They'll run with a USC man, Woody Marks. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
A gain of 15.
Stroud looking to change the play. Marks now on first and 10. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. This one taken in by Stover. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Stroud going to give to Marks. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
Really?
Now hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
All right.
They run straight ahead with Marks. And he stopped immediately there. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Stroud. And guys, man, it's caught.
Y'all niggas suck. Holy shit.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
Oh, you this
the
nigga.
Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine
Turn around.
sort of defense.
Definitely with the your defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that behind the offense this go around. 3rd and 9 here.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
To throw is Shuck. And that is
Oh, y'all fucking suck.
right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh,
Two drives
shit.
won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this
Niggas
defense
suck.
has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays
Do I
off
have a
on
different
1st down.
quarterback? Who's my quarterback? Wherever.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
What the fuck?
Off the play fake. Here's Shuck. He lets it go. Deep throw.
Turn around!
Rifles one, and that's going to be
I can't
intercepted.
control these niggas. I got one dude that's been on concussion protocol since the nigga came in the league. Four got CTE concussion protocol nigga on the team. One dude that can't throw a football. All I got is a fucking running back.
Up the middle, it's Marks. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. A handoff, it's Marks. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Stroud to throw it. Open man, that's Jaden Higgins. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard
On the
line.
handoff, Marks. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
Jimmy also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Throwing now is Stroud. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards that time for number 12. He's under the chains. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st down, Texans.
And Stroud now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Stroud looking to throw. This is caught. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly positioned built to move the chains because they can get more space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Yeah.
Naimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football.
That's bullshit. This team fucking sucks, and I just say that person.
And the way that you coach these
Holy
things,
fuck, I can see why y'all niggas only got the, what, 2 wins, 3 wins?
because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. A lot of teams
My
do
nigga,
that. You're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, the ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
My nigga can't block. Y'all niggas suck, bro. Holy fuck, I'm gonna get a brain injury playing with these niggas.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard
Now a
line.
first down carry. It's Kamara. Brought down at the 20.
He hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Shuck now to throw. That is caught by Vele. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
And the Saints. First down.
Now an audible here into something else.
And goal to go.
They're going to go with a tight end here on a running play. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave from 8 yards out. And the Saints are...
It's gonna be a miracle beating these niggas. Holy shit. I'm gonna need all the parlays, all the bullshit. I need Vegas on my side. Don't care.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. C.J. Stroud ready to lead the Texans on their next drive. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33.
Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. Olave over the middle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Kamara up the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Shuck. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Olave. with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
And he'll be tackled just shy of 25. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And for this offense,
Let's keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
here's Stroud. He'll swing this out to Marks. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when you're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That would go for 37 yards.
This one made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield and come up with big plays. And there's an example of that right there.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. On the give, here's Marks. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Open man is Collins. He's got it. There goes a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
3rd and 7.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle they go. Marks. And running with power here. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Woody Marks from 17 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And a nice play on the end of it. An 18-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll get this out to Kamara. Shedding through the defense. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Shuck. And It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now they'll audible to something else. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 77 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Shuck. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second and a couple.
Second and 2.
To throw now, Shuck. Touchdown! Taysom Hill from 6 yards away. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They'll throw now on the final play. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Hey, Charles, give me water. Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3.
Well, hell no. You need a not to play like this. They lied.
Throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. That close on third down. I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on third and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Fourth down. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. Now inside the 25. Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Houston. Christian Kirk, 65 yards. And the Texans take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are all tied at 28. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing, Shuck. Over the middle, he finds Vele. And they want this well upfield across the 45.
A gain of 24 yards. And the Saints, first down.
Back to throw now on first down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 now in Houston. He's around here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, that one hurts. That way.
At least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
To throw is Shuck. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him, and they're going to bring him to the ground. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
They'll look to throw here. He completes it to him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 46 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
We'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The way this offense is marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
And they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Now, how about this? They'll change it at the line. Man in motion left. That's Collins. fourth down. Stroud going to try to throw for it. That is caught. Room to maneuver at the 35.
Y'all niggas will tell me y'all slower than a tight end.
He's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
50 yards on the play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a handoff up the middle. Marks able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. Second and 6. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Deuces wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Throwing now is Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. And now it's blocked. The Saints have got it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
As you tell me all the time, Brandon, mark that play down. That should be a tie game. Instead, a great job by the guys blocking it. And, boy, they've got to have a great lift going off the field.
And the further it happens in the game and here in the 2nd half, it just gets more magnified. The focus goes back to Chris Olave, the Saints offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good for him. The end result, 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a handoff. Here's Camaro.
Bro, if you would have just blocked right there, I could have way got to the 2nd bro. Oh, damn.
Pressure on the Texans, able to get in there for the sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Shuck now to throw.
Bro, I fucked that all up. I rushed.
That's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 19-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's got this complete to Stover, the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
There's no clue about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Stroud now on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Here's Shuck. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 passes for him so far in this one.
I don't even know this quarterback at all. I know Radler, the secondary, but I don't know this.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for the fourth down, didn't get it, then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
He pulled 15 yards the other direction.
A little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Stroud off the play fake. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And Stroud now to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Stroud. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Stroud sets up the play action. He'll complete this one to Collins. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up second down.
A gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Saints' 32-yard line.
Play action. Here's Stroud. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here goes Stroud again. Schultz hauls in the quick throw. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Chubb going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
A loss of 2.
Stroud looking to throw.
2nd and goal.
And it is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
at the 40-yard line.
To throw now, Shuck. Little short pass here to Hill. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Oh, he didn't put
He's
the
going to be
goal
met
forward.
at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2nd and 10.
The stop. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At their 48-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. A strong running. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Coming left is Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 130 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Kamara trying to right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Texans 42.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they get him down, but not before it takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Here's Stroud. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone get 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Stroud to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll change things up. Motion man left is Kirk. Now Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Stroud will look to throw once more. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Here we go.
Stroud looking to change the play.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Well, this defense just has not been able to keep him under wraps. That's now 10 catches for him in the ball game. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nick Chubb, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good balls created, great space.
I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runner. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. I've got to slow down the running.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
Working out of the gun here, Shuck. That'll be caught by Hill. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Off the fake, now Shuck's going to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes. That's going to be a 1st down.
Partner, a tie game in the 4th quarter. You and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now Shuck. And he's caught by Vele. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20.
19, Tiger, 19, go street. Warriors, 17, Buffalo, 18.
To throw is Shuck. Over the middle, he finds Vele. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
19-yard line.
To the air once more. Shuck will get that complete to Vele. And he's taken down. And now Lincoln Wilfield's taken all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try.
1st and 10.
The busy night continues for Kamara. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shuck now to throw. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Texans 49. York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Stroud to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code that he could not hang on to it. Now Stroud. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
And 10 yards to go.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle. They couldn't get that
Bro, I don't even know who
done.
this nigga
I
is.
like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.